You do the honors, okay? You know what? Let's change it up.
Oh God!
We've already
Armin,
thrown the baby out with the bathwater.
I mean, I can try to make the intro.
Yes, exactly.
Go for it.
Okay, so everyone who is watching, to clear up some confusion, no, we didn't upload on Saturday, or at least we tried to, but couldn't. Because as some of you might have noticed, our video was immediately blocked by Discovery International. Now,
in all countries.
In all countries,
worldwide.
yes. So, basically, the attempt was to kind of watch the movie, or the documentary Last Day of the Dinosaurs, and basically talk over it. We tried to make jokes.
Commentary.
Yes, commentary. And yeah, try to comment.
We did so we did this, we recorded it.
Okay, are you gonna do the intro now, or should I?
Okay, go ahead, Armin. Okay. I take a seat.
Yeah, commentary, basically. We, as always, we try to see what's accurate, what doesn't hold up, what's kind of outdated, and also made a whole bunch of jokes. And we tried to upload that on Saturday. The only problem was Discovery International wasn't too happy with our decision. So we tried to appease them. We tried to cut out scenes they didn't like and mirror it. We already had distorted the audio and everything and video. Well, to no avail, it continued to take it down. So we decided, you know what? This really isn't worth the effort. Let's just go back, ignore what we did to begin with, and just talk over it without any video. So we're going to make a recap. We review it basically more traditionally. And we might put up the best scenes from the live reaction at the end of this.
Yes.
Yeah.
So again, to make it clear, this is Last Day of the Dinosaurs, which is a Discovery Channel documentary from 2010. Focusing on, oh, what a surprise, the last day of the dinosaurs.
Yes.
So, I'll give it to Akero again. Now you can continue.
Okay, thank you, Armin. So yeah, as we said, the plot is pretty straightforward. It chronicles the meteorite impact and the aftermath. First off, I would like to say that I feel the approach taken by the documentary automatically sets it apart from like depictions of the extinction in documentaries, say like at the end of Walking with Dinosaurs or Dinosaur Revolution.
Yeah, definitely. In a lot of these, it feels more like an afterthought. You have basic life of a T-Rex, or another dinosaur. T-Rex is the most common, I would say. And it basically just
has it ever not been a T-Rex?
Yeah. Basically, it could take place at any point in the late Cretaceous. Most of the time, there's no reason for it to be the date directly before the asteroid hit. And then at the end, it's just one scene where it's hit and everyone dies, and that's basically it. Sometimes we might get a couple of scenes building up. We get a meteor shower in Walk with Dinosaurs. We get like a few shots of the asteroid in like Dinosaur Revolution, but usually it's just one scene at the end, and that's it. On the other hand, with Last Day of the Dinosaurs, it basically starts with the impact and just drags it out throughout the entire episode. What happens, who survives the initial impact, and what catastrophes happen next until everything is. It doesn't even end on such a conclusive note, really. It just ends with some survive, but eventually they all die out anyways. So
yeah, it's really about the meteor as well. It's about the meteor and the aftermath. That's the actual effects take the focus, and that's nice.
Yeah, we even get the cross section of the meteor at one point early on.
Yeah, they discuss its composition. So yeah, it's interesting, and actually that's one of the reasons why we thought we'd try and talk about it. Well, we are in one way or another talking about this.
Well, and some other factors that come into play later.
Yes, but one of the reasons why we initially wanted to feature Last Day of the Dinosaurs on the podcast was because it ties in a way with the upcoming Jon Favreau documentary, Prehistoric Planet, which is set at the end of the age of the dinosaurs 66 million years ago as well. So he thought, might watch and discuss this approach, and then now that we know that there will be another approach taken in a year, a couple of years, who knows. So yeah, a little bit of backstory as well about the actual documentary itself. It's interesting to note that this is not only the same team, but also the same footage and all models from Clash of the Dinosaurs. This is essentially a spin-off of Clash of the Dinosaurs, or yeah, a spin-off. It's
the Clash of the Dinosaurs cinematic universe.
Yes, this one reuses. This one has, I believe, it doesn't have a model that was not featured in Clash of the Dinosaurs. It's entirely reused models. Sometimes they swap out the species, but it's still the same model.
Sad.
Yes. So, for instance, let's get this off with the Alamosaurus. I'm going to share an image now, which is really their Sauroposeidon redone. Shall we talk a little bit about the model, just briefly going through the quality? It's pretty decent. It's a bit shrink wrapped.
It's really quite a lot shrink wrapped.
Especially the face.
Especially the face, yeah.
Yeah,
but skeletally, it's pretty decent. You can't really muck up Sauroposeidon. It's just a few neck vertebrae, but still pretty nice.
Kind of the feet are kind of, but oh well.
Yeah, we've got the.
I mean, it's got the shape of a Sauroposeidon at least.
Yeah, and in the show, it's not actually Sauroposeidon. It was Sauroposeidon in Clash of the Dinosaurs, but obviously Sauroposeidon did not live at the end of the Maastrichtian age of the dinosaurs. So they've recast it, so to speak, as Alamosaurus. As an Alamosaurus, it is far from accurate. They were two very different types of. They were different types. I mean, this was a. I want to say
maybe.
No,
No, it wasn't.
I want to say Somphospondylan, but I might also.
I think.
Yes, it's a Somphospondylan.
I don't even know what that means.
But Alamosaurus is, of course,
doesn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Somphospondyli includes Titanosaurs as well.
Yes,
it includes Titanosaurs and
it's basal. It's basal basalmost Somphospondylan, and Alamosaurus is a very, very derived Titanosaur. So they're very different ends. So yeah, another example of the recasting issue is with the Last Day of the Dinosaurs is Sauronethoides. So this model is clearly a dromaeosaur, and Sauronethoides is a troodontid. They're very different. One is almost bird-like, the real Sauronethoides. The other, a bit of a mix between your traditional theropod and a bird.
Mm-hmm.
So in terms of accuracy points, sadly, this one just completely misses the ball, in my opinion.
Yeah.
It just cannot pass as a troodontid. It also does not pass, in my opinion, as a Deinonychus, which is what it's originally supposed to be. I think it's a bit too lightweight.
I can see that, yeah.
It's certainly much closer. But for me, this is more, Dromaeosaurus. Maybe
something
even
smaller, yeah.
Sauronethoides, something smaller, something more lightly built. But yeah, I just wanted to note these two because they're sort of the standout ones. You have Parasaurolophus is now used as Caranosaurus in this one.
Yeah.
Quetzalcoatlus, I'm not a fan of the skull at all.
It's
to be honest, the curvature.
Really broken. It's really broken.
Really curved.
Well.
Yeah. Let me share the T-Rex though. Obviously, T-Rex is the star.
Yeah, very. God, what else?
Oh God, the T-Rex. I don't want to.
Not much of a surprise.
I'm gonna be in the minority here. I actually like it. It's not that. It's not.
It's
the skull. The skull is off in terms of accuracy. Like in terms of the actual bone, it's off. But
What more is there on the head though? Like skin?
no, I mean,
The
like, yeah,
skull.
yeah. No, I mean, the actual underlying skeleton is a bit wrong. It's not just a case of shrink wrapping,
Yeah.
which is also present, and tooth slippage, it would seem, is also present.
Yeah. I really don't like the
Yeah.
like how pronounced the muscles are, and how like you
I
can
feel
see the
it's
ribs as well. I don't know.
I feel it's less apparent in the show. This is
I mean, yeah, of course, the show is like 70% darkness and nothing else. So.
Yeah, true.
Good luck spotting the T-Rex in the first place.
okay.
I
But
don't
I will-
like the feet as well. I don't know.
The feet are what kind of annoying me. Like all the toes are the
Yeah.
same length, for example. It seems to be standing on
Yeah.
the very tip of its toes
It
as
doesn't have
well.
toe pads, and it doesn't have a like something to step on. Really, just yeah.
Yeah. No, it's well, no, it does have toe pads underneath. I will give them that.
No,
Even if I think it's a bit,
it definitely has toe pads and
yeah. But I will say this: for all of the animation, I really, really like the visual effects. I think it's good quality visual effects.
I mean, I think so. I think so.
it was okay.
I mean, yeah, it's I'd say it's on the better end of dinosaur documentary visual effects.
I can't say because I.
Yes,
of
this
course.
was Yo-Yo's first dinosaur documentary.
Yeah, I'm gonna publicly apologize that you had to watch this as your first dinosaur documentary. Like,
Okay, fine. You know what?
Oh,
Discovery
God.
International blocked us. I'm not gonna pull any punches.
Now that's the spirit.
I mean, there's not much to spoil in terms of the plot. It's really just meteorite hits, kills a bunch of Alamosaurus, then Hell Creek is like slowly destroyed, and Mongolia gets a sandstorm. What a surprise! And that's
Yeah.
basically it.
The behaviors of the creatures, like the dinosaurs and
my God.
everything. I really don't like.
Okay. We have to go now to the fact that two Soranitholestes
Yes,
take
exactly.
down a
That's what
Tyrannosaurus, which is 80 times their size.
is stated in the documentary.
As stated in the documentary.
Oh,
This is
just
Yeah,
like
that's
get on its
and
back, and it just
one alone is not enough.
dies
No.
instantly.
If there are two, well, two kind of
the power just
Yes.
merges in.
They're 5 kilograms, perhaps. Let me check.
so.
Oh
Like,
man, that's just no.
Yeah.
No, you shouldn't do that.
if
Oh god.
Okay, wibbly wobbly, we did a cut. You saw nothing.
Sabo.
We really want it. God damn it, I have such a bad humor. Right? What is this? Why am I laughing at this?
Okay, so yes,
Doctor Who references out of the way. We were
that's
at,
wibbly wobbly. That's wibbly wobbly. Thank you very much.
Okay, if you want to be pedantic about this, fine.
I mean,
Okay,
we can't. Yeah.
Coronasaurus and Soranithoides. Like, oh boy. Yeah, taking down something
Yeah,
that's way
okay.
larger than itself.
Yes. Yeah.
To an unrealistic standard.
Yes. Insane.
I wish I could say this
what
is
next?
I wish I could say this was the most insane scene in this documentary, but there's another one. But let's
Yeah.
keep that one for the end.
Yes. Let's go a bit chronologically then, shall we?
There is to point out that we have one time where there's a T-Rex being killed, even if it was a hedgehog.
Oh yes, I will get. This is one of the early scenes. I really like this scene.
It was literally
So
the very first scene, I think.
Yeah, unless you count the pre-titles.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. So, oh my god, there were so many ad breaks in the one we watched, though.
Oh my god.
So just flashbacks, recaps. Anyways,
Yeah, like my god.
so there's this one bit where Quetzalcoatlus. We won't explain it in too much detail because watch it, support them. I guess. I'm trying. But I just keep getting flashbacks to all of those. Your video has been blocked in all the countries. All of them.
Oh
So,
no.
yeah. Ceci was
so-
very fond of that one because it actually
yes.
showed it quad launching.
It was the first documentary to do so.
Which
Yeah.
is very good.
For just to
Because
clarify,
of-
for a long time, people thought, pterosaurs would launch on their back legs, which we know now. We now
It's
know
Or
not
just
true.
stand on their back
inaccurate.
legs and flap like birds. But
Yeah. We now know that basically launch themselves on all fours into the air and basically lifted off that way.
Yeah.
With
So-
the arms actually pushing it.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes, like a bat sort of pole vault.
Yeah.
And now, Clash of the Dinosaurs technically was the first one to depict this, but this is pretty much the same thing. I mean, it's actually, I believe, a reused sequence. The entire T-Rex versus Quetzalcoatlus scene.
Oh, that
And
sucks. Oh,
it's very
I mean, it's
progressive,
the same thing. Yes.
which means that a certain someone out there wasn't too happy with it.
Oh yes, good old David Peters.
Yes.
Yeah,
David.
he wrote a very angry blog post about it, and I
This-
don't know.
not
if
just
anyone cared.
not just about quad launch in general, but about quad
Oh.
launch in this one.
Yes, he used pictures as evidence and like drew angrily on them in MS Paint. Like lots of arrows, so many arrows.
Yeah.
So yeah, we get our stereotypical, T-Rex kills Triceratops. Whoa, nobody cares. Triceratops basically does nothing in the entire show except run around and get killed.
Oh, but at the end though, it plays a.
Wait,
Such a good-
no, spoilers.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
Okay, and then we have the quite extended and quite graphic. It becomes quite graphic. The death of the Alamosaurus herd. So there's this.
Yeah.
We cut to New Mexico, one of the two, and there's this huge herd of Alamosaurus.
You.
Just standing open in the middle of the desert, I think, or just
In the middle of
Yeah.
nothing.
it's just
Middle of
it's just a plain. It's like open space. And
I
nothing
mean, yeah, it
else.
gets to the point that some of them are like protected from the meteorite by a mountain. So, yeah, not even a cave. We're getting to the cave later.
Oh boy.
And I mean, you've got everything. You've got the meteorite landing. You've got earthquakes. You've got the heat. You've got this one really interesting visual, which I don't know if it's actually true, where like the light just shines
Yeah.
through their body.
The light was
And just-
so bright that it would basically show us the bones of the Alamosaurus
Yeah,
as I stood in front of the asteroid. Which I have to say, like, as I said, I'm not too impressed visually by this documentary, and cinematography was also nothing really to speak of, except for like 2-3
it
scenes.
had a couple of shots.
It
Yeah,
had a
Yeah,
couple of
2-3
good.
shots. The transparent sauropods were one of them.
Yeah.
Hell Creek burning, another one, and then there was the one with the Quetzalcoatlus that had holes in its wings.
Oh yes, there's this one.
That-
So
it's also a great shot.
yeah, let's discuss the destruction of Hell Creek. What is this? This sounds like an epic movie or something. The saga, yes. Oh, it sounds like Game of Thrones, the destruction of Winterfell or whatever it was called. I don't know. I don't watch the show.
The Battle of
Um,
Winterfell? Or do you
yeah,
mean
I
the
don't
Battle
know.
of King's Landing?
King's Landing, the destruction of King's Landing.
Okay,
no,
yeah,
which
that's
was-
more like it.
Similar in some ways to Hell Creek. Everything burns. But so yeah, Alamosaurus herd all dead. The eggs have survived, but we don't care. And there's the cloud of burning ash and stuff, which falls down, starts raining on Hell Creek, and the Quetzalcoatlus just take flight, and it starts burning holes in their wings. So they fall to the ground and all that. One of them dies. Then Hell Creek catches fire, and it turns into a Michael Bay film as the pressure drops, just sucking all of the fire into Hell Creek.
Yeah, I was gonna post that, Armin. Yeah.
I can't seem to post images, just links.
That's like-
but
Oh yes, very 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 beautiful. I'll paste the image. I'll paste the image, Armin.
I can.
So yes, here we go. That's after
And-
as Hell Creek is burning, one of the two Quetzalcoatlus managed to take off
The
and
other
it
one
flies
just
across.
falls
It
down
died,
to his death.
yeah. And it manages to like fly off over the burning Hell Creek, and it's really beautiful.
Yeah, it's like one of the few good shots I would say in this documentary.
I mean,
The
there's the
rest is
other
just-
one, which is Hell Creek on fire. Which is
Yeah,
nice.
I posted that one as well.
Oh, I didn't see.
It's the second thing.
Okay.
As I said, I
Well,
can't post images of it.
yeah, I'll.
Oh my
I'll
god, I
post.
was gonna post that as well.
Okay, stop squealing, Yo-Yo.
But I can't. I can't help it.
He's squealing because I'm faster at everything than he is.
Anyways, back to Mongolia now.
Oh my
And there's
god,
like
okay.
Yes.
heat or something. I don't know. The Mongolia sequence is, I believe, the weaker. It's the weaker of the two.
Not much going on in Mongolia, really. We don't really see an impact of the meteor itself.
Oh,
yeah.
not at all. We just see heat and then the
We only see
sandstorm.
it's hot, which it's a desert. Of course, it's hot. It was already hot,
Yeah.
and we see sandstorms because
And
Which
then
are
and then
already
it
chemical
concludes with
there.
like a toxic lake due to volcanoes, which
yeah.
started exploding due to meteor impact.
Lakes.
But I mean, it's noteworthy that we have to bring that up now. We see the dinosaurs in Mongolia surviving the heat and everything because they were hiding in a cave.
But that's not what they say.
Well,
what they say.
No, wait. I'm gonna
Yeah.
justification for that being that the cave, inside the cave, there's a microclimate distinct from the climate outside the cave.
Yes.
Which
A
is
microclimate of the cave.
it's such a
That's
backwards explanation.
that's
It's like,
5 words I never thought I'd hear. The microclimate of a cave. That was.
it's not even like it's
And
a
it's
cave.
ne-
Not even an underground cave system. Like I could imagine, like you say, oh yeah, underground caves. Okay, maybe, sure.
You can-
I don't know, but
you
it's,
can
it's
see
just
the back of
it's
the
just
cave.
a cliff. It's just a cliff with a hole in it, and it just
It's an overhang, basically. It's
exactly. It's just stand there and look
the
outside, like 10
microclimate
meters.
of an umbrella. It's thing.
It's like standing under the roof and reaching out to the rain. It's the same thing.
No, it creates a microclimate.
It's a microclimate. Yes.
Hides them from the meteorite. Don't worry.
Yes. We'll be posting at the end of this video, hopefully, a compilation of our reactions and
I won't.
we never forgave the documentary for that one line. We never let it forget it.
It's
Throughout the
microclimate of the mammal sparrow and everything.
Yes.
The microclimate of the scorpion's armor. I think you get the gist of it.
Yes.
I want a compilation of us saying microclimate.
We are definitely not large enough for that, for someone else to do it, but if there really is someone who has like nothing better to do, make a compilation of us saying microclimate. Please.
Exactly.
It's never gonna happen, but it's worth a shot.
Yes,
So
exactly.
yeah, that was the only standout bit from the Mongolia sequence.
Yes.
Aside from, of course, the Tucson authorities taking down a Caranosaurus, which is.
Ex-
But that already happened.
Yeah.
And why are some of the most ridiculous bits in Mongolia?
Because Mongolia is just
Well,
ridiculous. Boom.
Well, the most ridiculous bit is not exactly Mongolia. That's yet. to
Yeah,
come.
I said some of the.
Yeah.
But we will get to that.
Yeah, we're actually moving pretty quickly through the documentary now. I believe now is the point where we're following a group of Triceratops as they are like
no.
looking for food,
Yeah.
and they come across an island. And because of like the meteorite, the ocean floor has shifted, so water recedes for
the
a
microclimate
tsunami.
of the tsunami.
And
Right.
so all but one of the Triceratops move over to the island. The Quetzalcoatlus also arrives and
It
starts
dies.
it eats the fish on like the now exposed seafloor. And then the tsunami comes and kills them all.
Yay!
I mean, didn't one of them survive? Like at the very.
Yeah,
The
it's
one
like
that
on
does
the-
not go. There's one that does not go to the island.
Okay.
I don't know why. It just
He's standing there like, you fools, I told you.
he has the high ground now.
He has the crown.
It's over, tsunami! I have the high ground.
Oh no, this is amazing. No.
Hey, you should be glad I didn't make an I don't like sand joke.
You did in the documentary. So
Oh,
you did.
okay.
Yeah, you did.
Okay.
You did.
Okay, fair enough. I don't listen to what I said.
Honestly, personally, I don't know about you guys, but the tsunami scene was actually my favorite one. I think it's the only one where we get like a good sense of scale. And
It's not like there's a lot of competition, but it's like the least ridiculous scene, I suppose. I mean,
that and the opening with the Quetzalcoatlus versus the T-Rex, which was nice to see as well. So those two, I think,
it was the least ridiculous scene directly related to the extinction. Like, the Quetzalcoatl scene was just filler, basically.
Yes.
It had nothing to do with anything.
Yes, and it wasn't even made for the documentary. It was reused from Clash of the Dinosaurs.
Yeah. So the tsunami scene was probably the best one out of the movie.
Yeah, and we get a practical effect. I mean, we do have a couple of practical effects. We have live-acted small animals like the vole and the scorpion.
Yeah.
But there's one bit where they have either a model or a small toy of a Triceratops getting washed away by water. I like it.
It's like playing in the bathtub.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Cut back to Mongolia, and the lake that they frequent has become poisoned. And it was around this time that we made our first and inevitable sex lake joke.
Oh no.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
Right. Time to transfer that, which was our only educational bit of the podcast, of the commentary.
It was only educational in the sense that we literally said, "Oh yeah, that one thing that's bullshit." So.
Yeah, that's wrong. Basically. Oh no.
So yeah. Basically, what the sex lake thing is and what we referred to was Brian J. Ford, who is a science writer, not a scientist. He writes science, I guess.
Isn't he microbiologist as well?
He has a variety of professions. He's like a lecturer somewhere and stuff like that.
Point is, he's not a paleontologist.
Yeah. Yes.
Yes, and he's published. He published a book a couple of years ago or something, Too Big to Walk, saying that dinosaurs could not live. All dinosaurs, even the raptors, all of them, even the smallest of dinosaurs, could not live outside of water.
But why? Why though? How? Why? And where? And I have questions.
This
Okay.
is a complete issue for another time. I feel like.
Yeah.
Like.
And
yes.
Basically, he made a recent claim. I think it was a couple of months ago, that the reason why dinosaurs died out was because waters dried up and there were no more sex lakes for them to reproduce in, because they were so heavy they needed to reproduce in lakes.
Yeah.
Yes. That's basically it.
Kind of went back from spent all their life in the water and just reproduced in the water, I feel like.
Yes.
But point is, it was kind of cracked for the idea, and it's a great video, a great talk by Thomas Holtz.
Yes, we're definitely linking that.
Yeah,
that's being linked in the
pseudo-science,
description.
hoaxes, and all kinds of weird bullshit in paleontology. And he does mention Too Big to Walk. He talks about it a lot more than about Sex Lake, but he makes a casual mention regarding his new idea.
He does refer to it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
great talk. I highly recommend it.
Anyways, now we come to the end of our wonderful journey of Last Day of the Dinosaurs, with either the best,
including the super wheel stuff.
Yes, no, I mean of the journey within the film.
Okay.
The story. We have come to the conclusion of the film, the climax, which is either the best or worst climax in any dinosaur documentary, if not dinosaur media.
It's definitely both.
It's both. So I'm just gonna describe it for you. Due to the heavy amounts of gore, it's like you wouldn't really be able to see much because of the censor bars were we to actually upload it.
Yeah.
So the Triceratops, the lone surviving Triceratops, encounters a lone surviving Ankylosaur. And there's like one piece of food that they want to fight over. So they're like strutting up to each other ready to fight. And then T-Rex comes along, the last surviving T-Rex of the ones we've seen. The one from the beginning, I assume.
Was there even more than one T-Rex?
Yes, when they take down the Triceratops, there's two of them.
There are two, yeah.
Earlier on. So T-Rex, Triceratops, Ankylosaurus.
Epic
It's the
battle.
big finale. So the T-Rex runs over, flips the Ankylosaurus over, which Jurassic World would
Indominus
later
Rex
copy.
move.
Yeah, it would later be copied by the Indominus Rex in Jurassic World. So it flips the Ankylosaur over, rips its throat out.
It still doesn't die though.
I've got
like,
no,
the
I've
Ankylosaurus doesn't die.
I've got the order messed up. Sorry, because it's in stages. First, what he does is he kills the Triceratops,
Oh yeah, true.
but I believe it also gets stabbed in the eye by the Triceratops.
Yes, it loses an eye.
Yeah, it gets stabbed in the eye by the Triceratops. Then it basically just breaks the Triceratops' neck by biting it.
He also rips off a horn.
Yeah. Then he goes to the Ankylosaur, flips it over, tears its throat out. Now
Yeah,
the
it doesn't die.
Ankylosaur is dying,
Like-
it's gushing up blood, but it's it's writhing. And as the T-Rex goes to walk away, the
What?
Ankylosaur accidentally swings its tail, and the T-Rex trips over its tail and is stabbed through the neck on the horn of the dead Triceratops.
Even though when they show it, they're like really far apart.
Yeah, it's like
and
they show it in all kinds of angles far apart, and then they zoom out from a bird's eye perspective. It's just a perfect triangle of dead dinosaurs.
circle. It's a circle. It's a circle of death, and it's just impossible for them.
Circle of death. And I don't
Absolutely
know the rest of the
impossible
song.
for absolutely impossible for them to have ended up in that position. It's incredible. It's ridiculous. I
Imagine
urge
us
you
finding,
to
this
check it out.
like,
It's
position in 10 years or something.
Yes, we're gonna discover that. What was it?
The end is just
Alan
most
Detrick
ridiculous
is gonna
scene.
find it and sell it on eBay for the 3 fighting dinosaurs. That's a video for another time. Alan Detrick.
Oh,
So yeah.
so many
basically-
cliffhangers we make today.
Yeah.
Yes. The end is the most
that's it.
ridiculous scene, basically.
Oh, the end is where like the vole emerges, and then flash cut. It's suddenly a lion and a buffalo now, and then humans, and then maybe another meteorite will come someday. And and fade to black.
Yes.
Rock with dinosaurs ending, but without any of the beauty and timing.
Yeah. And not enough birds. You'd have expected more birds, but there's like 2 shots of birds. So
No,
yeah.
there's no birds.
Nope, all dinosaurs are dead.
Yep.
Clearly,
Oh god, no. That's
clearly
fuel
birds aren't
for-
dinosaurs.
then there's the other video that we need to do sometime.
Oh yeah. Oh boy.
So that was it. So overall, what are your thoughts? Like, did you like it? Did you despise it?
I think Yo-Yo should start, considering it's his
Yo-Yo.
first one.
Your first documentary on
Ugh.
dinosaurs.
Well, I like the designs are kind of weird, but I guess they're memorable. Like, they're quite unique, though inaccurate and kind of ugly.
They're memorable. They're
um,
dull. And
They certainly stand out in a crowd.
yeah, they do. They do. Like, I guess if you grow up with this as a kid, I guess you're gonna remember them.
oh, poor.
But
poor
like
people.
the CGI wasn't so bad. I guess it really was the live action stuff with the rat thingy and the scorpion. Really, like you can see they're real, and you can see that the dinosaurs don't look real compared to the
True.
live action.
Yeah,
stuff.
because that's one thing I'd like to say. A lot of the environments is actually CGI. There is a fair
Yeah.
amount of like all of Mongolia is CGI. All of it, the entire country. It's been CGI this whole time. They're lying
in
to
real
you.
life. No, going CGI in real life. Just it doesn't.
Okay. Normal brain. The Earth is flat. Big brain. Australia is fake. Galaxy brain. Mongolia is just CGI.
we have to make
Like
this
you
thing.
enter Mongolia and it's like the Matrix, a computer simulation.
I mean, it was fun to watch because we were joking around with the Sex
Yeah,
Lakes and
just what I
Microclimates.
want to just to clarify, the depiction of prehistoric Mongolia in the show is entirely computer generated. The sand, the desert, the ocean, the oasis, everything.
The
That's
sex lake,
just
everything.
just to be clear. Yes, that sex lake. Which does not get used because you need that PG rating, I believe. Probably what would have gone. Well, considering the amount of blood,
Well, if we are PG-13, we can have one F-bomb.
God.
So
One
who would it be? The narrator or the dinosaurs?
It's like it's definitely the dinosaur. It's like the one. It's a quest. No, it's not the dinosaur. It's a quetzalcoatl. It's like when he looks back and sees the tsunami. It's like nice.
Exactly. Oh man, everything for a fish. That one fish.
Okay.
So basically, it was fun watching it just because we watched it together. There were so many outbreaks that literally half of the documentary was repeated.
The repeats when you come back from the outbreak.
And I don't know. It was quite awesome, bro. But yeah, it was a nice thing to see how inaccurate documentaries can be.
Armin, your view?
My opinion might be a little bit cynical. Yeah, I wasn't impressed. I mean, as I said, I liked cinematography in like 2-3 shots, maybe. The models were mixed between kind of okay to please God, why? The scenes again, we already discussed it. Like, got them ridiculous at points. I mean, freeway Mexican standoff with hell quick dinosaurs. Just David versus Goliath in Mongolia. Yeah, so the best part really was just watching it together and talking about it. So definitely not one that I can. Not one I can recommend. I mean, I wouldn't say it's completely awful and garbage. It's just kind of generic dinosaur documentary that you see like one afternoon and forget about it immediately.
Well, unless you remember it for those insane
Okay, yeah,
sequences.
except for those instead. Those kind of stick with you. I will admit that. But everything else, it was an interesting idea. I give him credit there. The idea of just focusing entirely on the asteroid hit. It's something unique compared to most others. So again, I give him credit there. Most others would have just done T-Rex for about 20 minutes and then 5 minutes asteroids.
Yeah.
So yeah, kudos to them for that. But execution didn't really fit that, as it didn't do it justice.
Yeah, I would agree with with both of you. I think it's fun if you're like with friends.
Yeah, it's like
assuming we're friends. It's it's fun to watch with company, and
we are so mean-spirited.
Oh, always. And I guess if you're a hardcore dinosaur fan and a fan of like documentaries as well, then yeah, I would recommend it. It's a good laugh. And
oh god, that sounds terrible.
No, it's fun. I do. I find it fun. It's got like it's entertainment. It's not great educational value. I mean, some of the stuff about like the trajectory and stuff, but that's stuff that Animal Armageddon, for instance, already did before that, which is something else we'll discuss in a future episode. But yeah, it's fun. That's basically what I'd say. It can be fun.
Grab popcorn, grab some drinks. If you're over 18, maybe something alcoholic. Put down some friends on a sofa and watch it.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm sure you can make a drinking game out of how often they say microclimates.
No, they say it once. We were the ones.
It was just us who said it all the time.
That was us.
Okay. Forget about that.
Now have a drink every time there's an ad break.
Yes.
Oh god. Oh no, no. There's no way you surviving that.
That's better. That's better.
Right.
There's no way
Well,
you're surviving that.
that pretty much covers the documentary. There's not much more we can really say about it, and
Yeah,
we'll
Well,
try to add highlights.
some highlights. Yeah.
Yeah,
Enjoy them.
At the very least, audio only. You'll get it.
Well, Akira just left.
Oh, okay. He died. And he's back. Okay.
What the?
And I was
leave.
like,
Just leave.
I accidentally like put my finger on the hang up disconnect button on my phone as I was saying farewell to you. I said farewell a bit too much.
I agree there. But yeah,
Right,
no,
well,
if
let's end
it
it
works, enjoy our mindless joking around about the movie.
yeah.
Hope you
I mean,
like
it won't
it.
be long. It'll just be highlight reel.
Yeah.
And check it out if our review made you interested in the actual show itself. And yeah, we'll be seeing you in a couple of days
Yeah,
for the next one.
if you like us doing reviews like that, just say so in the comments and we can make more.
Absolutely. I mean, we'd love to.
Yeah, it was
The-
a lot
the
of fun,
review was-
even if
it
we
was,
can't
actually.
use the original
was fun.
recording entirely.
Yeah, watching was fun, and actually, this session right now, recording the review, has actually been kind of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, we do it again. Just let us know if you enjoy this. Really,
Tell us in the comments.
we definitely have shows coming up to discuss. Actually, we're recording this on the 19th of June, and this afternoon, When Whales Walked is being released, so we could do that as
Ooh.
well if you guys are interested.
Oh, I certainly am.
Yeah.
I would definitely do that.
So, yeah.
Yeah. See you
See ya.
in a few days.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye. Disappointed Sassy
Great
didn't
job
just pop
coming
in.
late, Sassy.
Sad.
Fantastic.
Sassy, congratulations.
What are you even capable of doing?
Oh my god, Armin, what the?
You had one job and you showed up as we were closing.
The microclimate of a cave can keep a handful of
Oh wow,
survivors
microclimate of a cave. That's not something I've ever heard before.
Shh.
but it's
Shush.
a refuge that has to be shared.
Where's the rat? I think the rat died. Guys.
No, the rat's fine.
Oh,
The rat's fine. It was underground. It was in the microclimate of its burrow.
god damn it. Carol, please.
You can't just call anything that's like slightly colder a microclimate.
Man, speedy boys. Oh, that Anki is just dead.
Yeah, not so speedy boy.
Yeah, not so speedy boy.
Army won't protect you against the harsh weather this time.
The rat, go into the.
Go into your microclimate.
God damn it.
Microclimate.
Oh my god. Oh, Scorpion.
Scorpion,
Wow.
microclimate.
The scorpion's armor is a microclimate. For
You get a microclimate, and you
The
get a
scorpion's
microclimate.
armor can survive fire.
That was our one educational thing about this podcast.
Wait, so
The one
so, like,
educational thing about this podcast was saying sex lakes aren't real.
Yes.
That's a low point.
Shut up.
This is
You
our
shut
least
up.
educational episode so far.
Sex Lakes are their own microclimates. Like,
Not gonna lie,
Like,
Right.
now people are going to believe that there are microclimates with small animals because of us.
guys, we gotta spread the microclimate theory.
yes.
We need to make people aware of microclimate change.
If we don't,
Oh look, It survived in the microclimate of buried in a ton of sand.
Oh,
Everywhere.
man.
It's coarse.
I bet
and
that sand got everywhere.
That's just gonna be that.
Coarse and rough.
Arvin, please.
First
No,
off,
Arvin,
thank you.
no.
Ooh. We will need this. We will need the sensor bleep often.
Like, how did it survive
We've
with
used
no
it twice
injuries?
so far, actually. 3 times, if you count mine. 3 times.
And also a trigger warning for those who are triggered about sex.
Oh yeah, true. I'm not bleeping that out. I'm sorry. That's not something that should
Yeah,
be
that's,
bleeped out.
that's
It's
something natural. Yes.
Yeah.
I mean,
And we're talking about
we can't
dinosaurs.
just bleep out every time we say sex like because we say sex like a lot of
Yeah,
times.
we say sex a lot of times. Like we say the word sex a lot of times. You know.
Yes,
Oh,
we
guys.
got that when you said it.
Nature boys.
I'm sorry. What was that? Yo, we say sex a lot of times, as in we say the word sex a lot of times. Thank you for elaborating.
Oh my god, I need.
We're gonna lose all of our subscribers.
Oh god.
Oof, an island. I wonder if it has a microclimate. So this is my.
Oh my god.
Wonderful, wonderful, guys.
He's gonna commit
just-
Indo-rap, Indominus.
Oh, he did. Oh, he did. He literally does the same thing. Wait.
Oh,
Yeah,
ew.
he flips on his back and here's his sword
Oh
out.
my god,
Ow.
guys!
Well, I think-
Ankylosaur blood is actually high C.
Why is it still? How is
Wait,
it
no,
still
no, no,
moving?
no. No.
Like, no, it's
Yes,
No.
this is like a final destination there. Let's be real, this is final destination dinosaur edition.
Why does this
No.
always happen with Tyrannosaurs in documentaries?
No.
I'm sorry, that
Are you
is.
seriously complaining that the T-Rex dies?
Why do always dead Triceratops kill the Tyrannosaurus?
Also, just look at their position. How does it trip on the tail and somehow end up all the way over there to get impaled?